Hey guys, today we'll be critiquing a piece called Wounded Deer, and it was done by the famous Frida Kahlo. Want to know more about Frida Kahlo? Then check out my video on the life of Frida Kahlo. The link can be found in the description box below. And now let's get into criticizing this piece of artwork. The first step is the description. Now in the description, you have to say what you see. What is the name of the artwork? Who is the artist? Where was it created or when was it created? And then you should be able to also tell the subject if there is a subject. Be sure to tell them the medium used to create this piece. Now let's start with the description. Okay, we already stated that this piece is called The Wounded Deer and it was done by Frida Kahlo in 1946. Medium use, oil on masonite. Masonite is a type of hardboard or a kind of engineered wood. This painting has a picture of an anthropomorphic creature which has the head of Frida Kahlo and the body of a young deer or a stag. It seems to be wounded. It has 9 arrows in its body, 4 of which is on the chest area and the other 5 located on the back. The animal is in an action position, seeming to be running through a forest of dead trees. In the background distance, there is a lake. There is a passage from where the animal is leading towards the lake, but it seems that the lake is in a distance. In front of the creature is a branch that has been broken off a tree. The lower left hand corner of the work, there is the word karma, C-A-R-M-A, it's spelled, and it's a Spanish word for karma, which is spelled in English K-A-R-M-A, and it means destiny or fate. Alright, now let us analyze the piece. Analyzing the piece, you have to ask yourself, how is the artwork organized? How does the artist use the elements of design and the principles in their artwork? What effects does these principles and elements have on the work? What role does the elements and principle play in the artwork? Now let's analyze. Looking at this piece, you will observe that Frida Kahlo used color to unite the work. Almost everything in the work has the same color, the trees, the deer, etc. And if you look closely, you will also observe that the trees all have the same look. So it does create a sense of pattern across the work. Based on how the trees are positioned, it tends to drag your eye down towards the lake. In order to create focal point or a point of emphasis, Frida placed the deer and the branch in the center of the work. Now this leads us to ask ourselves, what effects does these things have on the work? Personally, I think the colors give the work a very gloomy and dull look. And based on the positioning now of the creature and the branch, it is the first thing I see when I look at the work. So guys, bear in mind, there is no wrong or right answer in criticizing a piece of artwork. Just make sure you have evidence to back whatever you're saying. Okay, now let us interpret the piece. Now ask yourself, what is the artwork about? What is the artist trying to say? Explain the meaning and the mood of the artwork. Remember, use evidence to back what you're saying. Alright, based on my research of Frida Kahlo, I found out that the same year, 1942, when this painting was done, Frida Kahlo went to the United States to do an operation on her spine. This operation was supposed to help in easing some of the pain that she constantly been having. Disappointingly, it made the situation worse. She went back to Mexico. She was suffering both physically and emotionally. Within that time, this piece was produced. I think this painting expressed her disappointments towards the operation. I think it also highlights how she suffered and the amount of pain she felt. Okay, my evidence. The arrows that are in her chest area, I think that would go towards her emotional trauma. And the arrows that are on her back and close to the pelvic region, I believe it has to do with the physical pain that she is experiencing. Now take a look at the work, just a little bit deeper. I think that the branch that is in front of the creature also symbolizes her. If a branch is separated from its tree, it will eventually die because it's not getting the nutrient to sustain it. And Frida felt that way. You know, she went to the doctors and she went everywhere to get help for herself. And as a result, things seemed to work. And that would actually make anyone feel hopeless and even helpless. The entire picture to me depicts that feeling. The colors that she used, so dull and vague, give that sense of gloominess and sadness. So ironic though, the water in the background would symbolize life and sustenance, but yet still it will bring you back to the same place of hopelessness and helplessness because of the distance that the wounded deer is from the water brook. Only that, the branch is separated from the trees, so it will definitely not get anything at all. Even if it's supposed to get something from the trees, those trees that are around are all dead. What do you think? What do you understand from that? What can you come up with that is different from what I'm saying? Remember, it's based on our observation and our evidence to prove what we're saying. So feel free to express yourself. Do some research on Frida and come up with your own idea and your own interpretation of this piece. Okay, now let us judge it. In judging, you'll just say if it was a good piece or not and tell why you say so. To me, I think this is a wonderful piece done by Frida. Because they normally say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And when I look at this, there is so much more I can get from this piece. I believe she used up the elements and principles of art to bring across her message wonderfully. What do you think? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so whenever I upload a new video you will be able to get it, and also share it with your friends. And I must big up all the subscribers that have been watching me whenever I post a video. All the Cedar Grovians, students from Fern Court, students from Stairtown Academy, big up yourself. If you haven't heard the name of your school, please just type it in the comment below so I can big you up in my next video. Peace out. Love you all.